RagnaroK, SOS, ByuN, Percival, Solar, GuMiho. 2021 GSL Season 3. Africa TV Pre-Cup Studio Live. 2021 GSL Season 3.
All right, guys, welcome back. We just had SOS with his very own style completely demolish RagnaroK 3-1, but it could have been a 4-0.
He really could have. Well, first game was just a prop dying. That was really poor micro by him. But now we have a TBT, man.
Yeah, kind of excited about this. ByuN against Percival. You know, I've been talking about it a little bit. These guys, two of the most aggressive Terrans, really, that we have.
Yeah, they both really like to attack, right? Even ByuN these days, sometimes he likes to even skip Ravens, which is like the key core unit in this matchup. But sometimes it can work because you get your meta back so quickly that it kind of catches you off guard. But normally, I feel like the Raven is so strong in this matchup that skipping it can be a little weak. But they played the last season, if I remember correctly, it's round 16, right?
Yes.
And ByuN 1-1, correct?
That's right. He knocked Percival out, but he actually didn't make it out of his group either.
Yeah, well, that was rogue.
Yeah. What can you do? But, you know, honestly, like, I find this a little bit hard to call because ByuN has been up and down a little bit. Like, I feel like maybe about a year ago until about 5 months ago, his best games were looking like championship quality games. Like, he was playing some amazing StarCraft 2.
He won Asus Rock around that time.
Yeah, yeah.
He won Asus Rock.
Like, in GSL as well, he was looking really great until his wrist starts acting up. But a little bit more recently, like last season, I was a little bit sad with how it went down. In fact, even against Percival, it didn't look like the cleanest series, but again, they're both so aggressive.
The thing is, I feel like the meta right now doesn't really fit his style too well. That's one of the things.
GSL Season 3.
Let's go into game number 1 on Lightshade.
Shopify Rebellion, ByuN. Team Envy, Percival.
Did you see that that number? This is match number 4,327.
That's a lot of matches.
That is so many matches. Actually, I would love for someone to check, but I believe at this point GSL has had more official matches than OSL and MSL had put together in StarCraft 1.
That is a lot of matches, considering when I was a kid, I used to watch OSL and MSL all night.
Yeah.
Every night. I remember. I remember every Terran game and watching that.
Yep. Me too, man.
4,000 plus matches. That's a lot of matches.
It is a lot.
If there's a match a year, how many years is that?
4,000 years?
There's never do math on stream. Okay, so they're both doing 2 gas, but wait, who's Percival? So for some reason I don't have the names here. Percival is going for the SCV scout while ByuN is just not scouting. And actually, from what I see, I think ByuN went gas first because look at the Reaper. Yeah, ByuN went gas first. This is really unorthodox these days. So I'm excited because you normally never see this, and he gets the full wall, so maybe Percival can't really tell, but I think he should be able to know by the second supply depot timing, basically, that this is like a gas first build.
Okay, I wonder if he can tell that though, right? He's the least experienced player in GSL, and that's something that, like, well, you've played since literally day 1 of the beta, so that might be something you can tell being in GSL a bunch of times, but I would not give him necessarily that benefit.
Yeah, he's been playing, what, 3 years?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
The reason I like this by ByuN is because this is so unorthodox what he's doing.
Why is it so unorthodox to go gas first?
Okay, so if you go gas first like he's doing, it's harder to defend the proxy Reapers in general. And then when you go gas first, your command center is later. So also when they do sometimes, I don't know if you ever seen like the three Reaper 2 Helion timing that they normally fight.
No, I've never seen it.
Okay. Well, so when that happens, if you lose the fight, your CC it just never ends. But if you go normal, like Rax, gas, the CC always finishes. Now, however, he's doing something particularly interesting. He's making a really quick cyclone, I've never seen like this, and sending 2 Reapers across the map. And since he knows Percival is insanely aggressive, he has nothing to defend these 2 Reapers. If he goes right now, though.
Yeah. Well, it looks like he's going to, right?
No, he's
Where are
just,
they?
They're using the third base. Well, they use chilling there.
Why are they just sitting right there?
Okay.
That's interesting.
He's just okay.
Is he looking for like SCV kills later?
He's waiting to see the army and then he's gonna move in, or he used luckily Campbell and move in.
Oh, okay.
He just knows the timing of the CC, I guess.
Now he gets the gas SCV as well.
So there's a cyclone now. Now, however, this unit can bully the cyclone if he's not careful. He's not being too careful. Okay, that's not bad. He hasn't lost a unit though,
But actually, a lot more damage being done on the other side. As long as he doesn't lose that command center, the amount of SCVs going down for Percival is pretty serious here.
I really like this build by ByuN. It's perfect against the player he's playing against. Super aggressive. And he's being aggressive in his own way, but being defensive at the same time, you know? 10 workers down. I think this is too much damage to ever recover, you know?
Yeah.
In this matchup, you cannot lose this many workers early on and expect to win a game against a top player. 13 workers down, still killing Reapers. Oh, this is so disastrous. Yeah,
Dude,
sure, he delayed the CC, but so his CC got delayed as well. 15 workers died.
It's 14 workers to 27 at the end of that. That is not looking very good. Stim already on the way for ByuN. He has the 2 Cyclones, so he's in perfect defensive shape.
Look at this, he actually skipped. This is crazy, he skipped Raven. I don't know why he likes skipping Raven so much. It's like his own thing, but he really loves it. He's making a star point right now. You've never seen this in your life.
Well,
he got away this game with it.
You know, you don't want to necessarily just copy people all the time, right? If you want to actually be a champion, you got to kind of innovate yourself, right? I felt like your best success started coming after you broke away from TY a little bit, actually.
Yeah, but there's like certain things that you actually kind of have to do in my opinion. Like it's like imagine not making extra queens in TBC.
Well, let's not be stupid. Come on.
But that's what it feels with the Raven, you know?
Sure,
it's like so strong in this matchup. But anyway, he wins sometimes matchups in TBT because he catches you off guard really bad. Now, this move, I don't like this move. He's giving it a chance to Percival, man. He's being too aggressive for no reason and he's losing a lot of units. Actually, he might die.
Dude, it looks like he's going to actually. This army for Percival is way better than anything ByuN can muster right now. Now, he is making a couple Vikings, which will help out a bit, but this is brutal.
He's going Cloak Banshee behind it. This is genius. The reason why I don't know why he's going Cloak Banshee, but he's going Cloak Banshee and there's no Raven. The CC might, I think ByuN just kind of threw this game.
Oh my god. That's crazy. His command center is going to fall. How did this? Oh, you can see ByuN just kind of throws his head to the side and laughs there.
Yeah, I don't know why he was out in the map like that, man. Like, he should have been out only with the Cyclones, not with everything. It's a little disappointing, honestly. It's a very big mistake, in my opinion.
That's painful. Well, he's trying to get like way too far ahead instead of just sitting. If he sits up at his natural and just keeps reinforcing, I mean, the push of Percival, maybe he shreds off some units, maybe he gets a little bit of damage done, but it's not game winning.
But look at this, he still has more workers than him.
Yeah.
Even though he lost workers, like he was so ahead. There was no reason to do what he did. It was the, you know, there's winning plays. This was the losing play.
Yeah. It was like optimal bad.
It was just not
It's
good.
everything Percival could have hoped for.
Yeah,
was that.
Now I think he's ahead, really ahead, because so once you see and there's benches, you literally have no scans. There's no Raven as well. I would be so sad right now if I see a Banshee use. And the Vikings also on the other side of the map.
Oh man, he's killing even more workers with those.
Yeah, 5 workers. I mean, he's killing some workers, but he's gonna lose his Vikings.
Yeah, put some damage on the tank. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't do that much.
Oh, he doesn't even die, man.
Oof.
I really doubt there's another scan too. This is gonna delay. Oh my god, man! I cannot believe he's coming back into this game, man. I was certain that this game was over. I was certain like there was no way he was gonna come back.
Yeah.
But sometimes I guess you forget people can make huge blunders. It happens super rarely, but it happened this game.
But no, you're right. That's a very good word for it as well as blunder. It's like really this was the ultimate mistake. Like if he had right-clicked all of his units to the top right, it probably would have been better. You know, like anything other than bringing his army out to die.
He has one chance though. This drop can be very strong because the tanks are sieged on the natural. I don't know what he's gonna drop. We'll see. Not yet. This wasn't the play. He's gonna to the main base. There's a tanky position. This is a very good position by Percival.
He's got some Marines here to buffer as well.
Yeah, this is very well played by him. So this was not gonna do much damage. He's gonna do the medevac. Was perfect. Perfectly played by Percival in this situation. Very, very well. Well, now he's the other way around. Now he's ByuN the one has to make hope that a blunder happens somehow.
How, like, what can Percival do, though, to lose this?
Move out.
But he already lost one of the medevacs. Like, if he moved out and then the medevacs flew in, okay,
Yeah.
okay. But right now, it's like Percival's just sitting there with tanks in siege mode. His stim just finished up. Like,
I like the medevac drop. The medevac drop is fine. Also, there's a liberator he can harass with that one. Okay, he's gonna spot it. But at least he knows where the army is and he's not gonna die, so it's fine. The medevac drop is going out of the way. See, ByuN is like he's hoping he moves out.
yeah, just a random siege location here to try to catch units.
Oh, the liberator is actually gonna go to the main base somehow. Unbelievable.
Painful.
Oh.
So you got 4 Marines there.
Yeah, there's a medevac drop that's landing on that base. Oh, gets scouted. But good map awareness by ByuN. Now, looking at this game, the only good thing I see about for ByuN is the barrack count is really low for Percival, you know? So his production is low. That's literally the only good thing I see for him.
Yeah, but I think that's fine because he's so much heavier on the tech, right? He has like 6 siege tanks right now, so there's no way he's going to die. He's getting his 3rd CC on time. He's ahead in workers by 12 right now as well.
He still keep making one liberator and one Viking. It's quite interesting. Like, I guess he knows ByuN is super aggressive. So if you put a liberator when you're being attacked, like let's say you're being attacked and you put a liberator in a position, it's so hard to deal with. It's so hard to deal with because Marines are quite squishy, you know, they die to one shot.
Yeah, yeah. And it's a set it and forget it too, right? Like you can micro your heart out after doing one shift click with it.
Yeah, basically. So here comes a medevac drop. Scout, he thinks there's a third base. Instead, he's making a third racks, man. He's like, there's not gonna be third base for me in this game. There's a siege coming up. There's a good siege. But he has a good amount of Vikings. Oh my god.
But what is he looking to actually do with this siege? Like, I guess he's got like this light contain, but with Liberator Viking out, you can easily push him back.
He's just trying to break him somehow. Like he's trying to do something to break him, but it's not gonna work, I think. And the 8 Marines in the drop, they get cleaned up quickly, since he has combat shield and Percival doesn't, so his Iron Marine is quite stronger. Now upgrade wise, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think ByuN has +1 attack. Or I could be wrong. I'm not sure.
I don't think he does.
I think he's just like...
Yeah, he just started. He just started.
Yeah, so basically what ByuN is hoping for is like he gets the dream fight to win this game, you know? If he doesn't get the dream fight, he's not winning this game.
Well, you know, I appreciate the fact that he's kind of just stayed in the game and done his best here because
it's
like,
winnable.
Look at the numbers, right? Obviously, Percival is way ahead, but it's
winnable. It's winnable. Like you know, like I was like, okay, Percival is kind of dead after that, and you know there was a blunder. There could be a second blunder by the other side. Now, but Percival seems to know that he's in a really good position and he's just playing really kind of safe, you know. He's not even landing his third CC before making 2-2 upgrades and stuff like that.
He's actually playing safer than I've basically ever seen him play, and actually safer than most anyone will play. He's not taking any risks here.
But the thing is, it's the right thing to do. He's doing it right, so I'm happy to see.
This drop from ByuN is going to gun down these Liberators, just barely, but he's going to end up losing everything.
4 medevacs, 3 medevacs die, and a bunch of Marines, 2 tanks. Yeah, sure, he killed 2 Liberators, but he lost everything he got to map control and everything, and to drop to some damage.
Yeah, but you know what? Even just clearing the Liberators right now, I think is pretty strong because he's just sieged up the 3rd. So without those Liberators to push the tanks back.
Okay, he's moving without vision. This could be dangerous. Okay, he had this siege. I mean, he's gonna lose 2 tanks. Oh, only 1.
Nice, nice. Still, this was a good moment here for ByuN.
Yeah,
he needs every little thing he can get for like the next several minutes.
Like you can see, he's even coding the CVs. He's at 41 workers for the last whatever minutes. He's just making his 3rd command center right now. He's on 3 barracks only, so his production is not high. So he's never gonna be able to catch and supply. He needs to win a fight, and he's gonna try to do it. I don't know about this. Is it gonna work?
Yeah, really weird. He lands the Vikings and picks them right back up. Great move there by Percival, and ByuN loses a lot of those Marines that are going to be hard for him to remake.
Yeah. Oh, this is a very good move. Very, very good move. Because his production is so low, he has nothing to do. He's even going to cancel the third base.
I could see him GGing pretty quickly here. Like
he's not going to be able to defend.
Losing that 3rd, he's going to lose a bunch of these Marines.
Going to the main base. Now, the play will be right now to attack at the same time with his whole army, but that's Percival. But even if he uses defense, it's still fine. He's in a great position.
He's got his 3rd base up and mining now.
Yeah.
And ByuN will clean this up.
Yeah, but any trade for right now for Mr. Percival is great. So look at he's playing right. Like playing more defensive than I ever seen.
Yeah, it's the most defensive Percival game. Like, we'll probably never see another one like this guy's, honestly. This guy is made to attack.
Because, you know, as a player, as you evolve, you start to learn that you cannot just attack. It's the fastest way, the easiest way to improve, but it's not the best way to be the best player. Because if you only attack, players are going to counter your style really easily, you know?
Yeah, that's right. In fact, if ByuN countered Percival's style early on in the game,
he did,
like super, super hard, which is what got him way ahead.
Yeah.
Well, now ByuN going to try another drop into the main base. Siege yourself a few tanks here. Doesn't have that many Marines, though. If he had, like, just a little bit more Marines, maybe, but...
Look, even Sakasa, I never seen a sensor tower on the main base.
Yeah. That is... Yeah, seriously. I'm surprised he didn't have 3 or 4 more turrets in there, honestly.
Okay, well, game 1 goes to Percival after that terrible start. It was honestly, if it was me, I probably would have GG, man.
Yeah.
It would have
been fine too.
It
was too much damage. I mean, you lose like what was it, 14 SCVs to 2 Reapers?
15 SCVs, your orbital, and you lost some units. But I don't know. He just made a medevac, a tank, and some Marines, and he moved out, and somehow ByuN decided to be in the map.
He was super powering on his Marines there, and then like as the army came down, he saw the front half of it. The rest was coming to medevac, but he like flanked the Cyclone and did double lock on. Took a bunch of damage on everything. Yeah, it was sloppy. It was ByuN trying to just catch some free units.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, it's fine to do it with only 2 Cyclones, but he did it with the Marines as well. That's what made no sense. Because he lost like, what, 10 Marines for free?
Yeah, yeah. And then he just couldn't save his command center.
He had no chance. Like,
if the command center didn't die, maybe the game's even at that point.
If he doesn't die, he's still in a good position. He had like double the workers that he did. Oh, well.
All right. Well, Percival leads, but it's definitely not over. Romanticide going to be map number 2.
Season 3, Code A. Shopify Rebellion, ByuN. Team NV, Percival.
Wow. Can we talk about how great these 2 teams actually are, though? Shopify and Team NV?
Oh, of course, please.
You know, picking a lot of good players and supporting the StarCraft 2 scene is like, you know, Team Shopify, like Scarlet, Lambo, ByuN, and TMB have like, what, 5 Korean players?
Yeah, yeah. NV has picked up a ton of players at this point.
Very, very nice.
No, absolutely. Shopify's been doing so much for the scene. It's insane.
The whole ESL thingy, like...
I mean, they were already doing a lot, but then with TLO over there now?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, all right. Sign me up. Yes.
Yeah, you know, as a player, like, you appreciate a lot when big companies, you know, they like your game. And
that's
like,
always... It's always super exciting to see anyone get involved in StarCraft.
Yeah, I love it. I was really happy when I saw they made a team. I was excited. Even if I'm not in, I'm like, okay, it's great, you know. Anyway, so it seems like they both open racks first and use normal 2 gas. So it's number 1 racks expand. They're not me, I guess, because I love what racks expand in this matchup. Yeah. I think it's a really strong build, but people is afraid to pull it in tournaments because it's quite tricky to defend some stuff.
Yeah, well, like 2 racks Reaper.
Yeah, 2 racks Reaper, or like, you know, like the 1 racks in the main, 1 in proxy.
Yeah.
That one as well. Or sometimes you can also die like 2 gases build, but I think if you can pull it off, it's pretty strong.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so let's see what the follow is. Okay, okay, 1 Reaper into Reactor. So there's this build, which is you make a bunch of Reapers and Hellions, like more than usual. You normally is 3 and 2, but I think it's like 5 and 3 or something like that. And you try to bully the front. Cure really likes that build on this map. So maybe that's what we're gonna see by Percival, because actually no, he used one Reaper into a... He's playing super greedy. If he gets attacked by 3 units, he's dead, but it's not gonna happen.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, he's just playing greedy, and ByuN is playing...
Well, this is like the #1 defendable map, right?
Okay,
like,
I don't know. I've never seen it now. He's making 2 Reapers out now. In a Cyclone?
Huh.
Look, he can't even afford a Cyclone, look.
Reaper Cyclone.
But he has no gas to make the Cyclone. What's going on here?
I don't know.
Talk to me, please. Is he making some...
He is making a Cyclone. Okay, so it's just a little bit delayed there.
Delayed, but... And also this opening by ByuN is like, I mean, they play like new builds, man. Like this is stuff that I'm a pro gamer, so I should know about this, but I've never seen this. It's funny because I talked to ByuN, so what are you doing? Oh, I don't have a build. I'm just going to proxy racks every game. He literally told me this. I'm like, come on, man.
Maybe he doesn't trust you. Maybe he thinks you're on Percival's side.
I'm a caster. I'm a neutral. What?
Caster, right. You just qualified for Codas on Monday.
Hey, man, let me dream. Okay, he's making a Banshee. So, actually, this is something similar to what I like to do. It's like you play defensively, you make a Banshee. Oh, but these 3 Reapers are going to be super annoying. Now
Oh,
Percival is the one
man.
putting the pain.
Yeah, I
He's
gotta
gonna
get
kill
right
one.
up into that mineral line.
He's just
See
going to
how many
sacrifice
gets.
for SCV 3, 4, 3. I mean,
Is that really worth?
I think so because,
Really?
yeah, because the Reapers lose the value. They only give you
Mhm.
map control. As long as you don't take damage behind it, you feel happy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, look, what does like the only thing they can achieve right now is give map vision. Like, maybe if you get lucky, you can get in, but it's very unlikely.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this Banshee is a little bit of a surprise. Like, it's like a clockless Banshee. So if you play it well with this unit out, you get all the map control and you can kill some workers with the Banshee and don't lose the Banshee. You shouldn't lose the Banshee. Some people decide to sack it, kill workers. I don't like it. I think personally you should keep the Banshee alive because it gives you so much potential later on. But we'll see. The Cyclone is completely out of position. Is in a normal position.
Yeah, I gotta say, I love ByuN's entry point here, right? Like,
Oh.
it's much more likely that he's gonna get up without being seen.
Oh, this is
So,
gonna be good.
yeah, he's just kind of looking around right now. Raven comes out here. Oh, this is bad news right now for Percival.
The tank comes out, so it's okay. Where's the Banshee though? Okay, he's gonna go to the main base. I like it, I like it. He should go now to the main base.
Yeah, he really needs to send it somewhere right now.
He's going to the main base and he's gonna sacrifice it, but in this case it's good because he saw where the Cyclone is, so the Cyclone is not really near the main base. Beautiful padding by ByuN. I really like it. I think he can get like 5, 6 workers and come back. Or even get ahead probably.
Ooh, a little misclick there.
Okay, the
Starting
Cyclone.
to come back up while he's microing that Banshee. What is this?
Oh, well, you need to get the SCVs, man. Come on, micro the Banshee. It's more important to micro the Banshee than the Cyclones on the third base.
He actually comes up, gets some
Okay.
walk-ons here, picking off what he can.
I mean, yeah, he's microing really well, but I completely disagree with his decision making here. Because look, he only killed 4 SCVs.
He could have gotten a lot more than
He
that.
could, if you only focus on the Banshee, you kill 10 workers right now.
Well, I guess he is spreading the multitasking
Yeah.
of Percival as well, because Percival's having a micro on 2 fronts,
Yeah.
but he ends up getting 8 with the sacrifice.
It's still good. Still, obviously,
Yeah.
he's in a great position. But I think he could have done more. But I think he's in a great position now. Let's just hope he doesn't do another of those blunders.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, we're on 3 base now, right? Well, it's halfway done.
Okay,
Percival's
Cyclone.
a little bit further.
Did his Cyclones die, by the way? I didn't see it.
No, I think he got both of them out.
It's very important. Okay,
Yeah,
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 that's
he
very
did.
important. Cyclones, especially when you have 2, it basically gives you map control unless the other guy has 2. Now, however, he doesn't really have map vision right now, so he needs to be a little careful. But he also has 2 Ravens, so it should be fine. Like, I think he's in a good position.
Yeah, with 2 Ravens, 2 tanks, 2 Cyclones on the high ground, Percival should not even attack into
Is
this.
he gonna push? What is this? There's
It's
no
crazy,
way.
man.
What?
There's
Why-
no way. No, he has less.
No.
He has the same stuff but less going uphill.
What I'm surprised is that ByuN is scared. If this
Yeah.
was me, I go kill him. I win this fight.
Yeah.
I
Just
win this
jump
every
on it,
day.
go.
Yeah,
Look, you got 2 Vikings now. Go.
I win this every day, man. Let's go. I don't know why he's scared. There's nothing to be scared of this. His army is just stronger. Yeah, let's go.
Deanna's scared because he screwed up game 1, I think.
I guess, like, there's no way to lose. His army is just... he's using turrets too fast, man. But it's okay. I
Yeah,
think he's
Percival
winning.
going to back up.
Yeah.
Oh, he actually gets one of the Ravens.
Yeah.
Loses one himself, though.
Yeah, but since he's ahead economically, this is good for him anyway.
Mhm.
Now, he forgot his C-base a little bit, so that's not good. But since Percival is so behind, look, he doesn't even have extra racks, while ByuN is already making the reactors for the number 2 and 3 racks. Percival is so aggressive, man. Like, these army movements, he's trying... If he doesn't win the fight, he's just dead. Like, he can never win.
Yeah, and look at this. ByuN has those Marines in the front. The tanks are all still green. He is just massacring right now, pushing him right back.
He's pushing with less units against someone with more units, you know? I mean, he's whining here, so maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. He should let his Vikings? This tank is
Yeah,
dead?
absolutely. You can target this stuff right down.
Nah. Yeah. Like, even though these trades look bad, in the end, he's so rich compared to Percival that it's still good.
Yeah, any trade at this point
Yeah.
seems to be all right with the more production.
Yeah, the more production, like, he's gonna make more units than him. So, like, I guess Percival is trying to do his best to make these moves work. But in the end, like, he's still trading somewhat decently, so I guess
It's pretty
not,
even on the trades for minerals.
I guess
at
it's
least.
not that bad, but
He's still down 7
Yeah.
workers.
now in these situations, as Percival, since he's behind in production, it's very important for him to have the tank and Viking situation in good positions. He doesn't want to take damage anywhere, and ByuN forgot his extra 2 Raxes. So maybe he attacking like this made him come back. 'Cause look, he already finished his 4th and 5th Raxes, and ByuN is just starting his 4th and 5th Rax. So that means the production for Percival is going to catch up. So actually, by attacking like the way he did, he made ByuN make some mistakes in the macro.
Yeah,
which sometimes is overlooked. It can happen, as you happen right now.
It's very true. It's not something that we really get to talk about enough in StarCraft. Like, if you're the one attacking and you... The thing is, if this is like the way that you always play, like with Percival, where you're being hyper-aggressive, and the thing is, especially against someone like ByuN, who's actually a more aggressive player generally, he's probably not as used to players coming up and attacking him, so he's not as used to having to jump home to build barracks in the middle of his micro. Whereas normally, if you're attacking, if you're doing your normal thing that you practice all the time, you're very used to being like, yeah, at this point in the attack, I generally jump back, I make 2 racks, and I keep going.
Yeah, like, he really messed up here in his macro, because now Percival should never be ahead in supply, you know? Looking now he's... Get this drop coming in. There's no sensor tower, and there's a tank. I don't know about this one. The tank died to the Marines on the right. And yeah, I didn't like this one, but this is...
Well, he's getting a little bit rabid at this point.
Yeah, this was not a good move. Now those medevacs are also going to die because the Marines are going to catch it over and there's Vikings flying. So now ByuN kind of gets ahead again by Percival making a mistake on his judgment. This was not a good move at all. At least the medevacs get out, I guess.
Yeah, I think that was actually kind of a weird choice by ByuN. He sent all of his Marines back to kill the 1 Marine that was near his depot instead of just chasing the medevacs. Yeah. So maybe a little bit of a misplay there.
That was a misplay for sure.
I guess you could think that Percival sent the rest of his army to the north, but actually I think ByuN does fine there as well.
Let's do that. Okay, so ByuN is actually not going to transition to Ravens. He's making 3 extra Raxes, so that means he's going to extra 8 Racks, which means he's going to be spamming Marine medevac tank for the rest of the game. Sometimes you can still transition to Raven, but it gets even later because you're just spending a lot of your money into more Marines. As you can see, Percival is actually playing the proper way, kind of.
Yeah.
Which is the way we all play, is transitioning to the more macro ways, Raven. Now with the
later game.
Yeah, what I like is the position he's getting here. He's gonna bait him. Oh.
Yeah, gets a nice volley there, but Percival backs up without losing too much. Yeah, Percival has added those couple stargates or starports. Has another factory.
Oh my god. No, Percival, no, ByuN, sorry, is trying to deny the 4 base by Percival. He's doing a decent job. Now, with this style that he's playing, he really has to find a way to do damage at some point, you know? You have to either kill the 4 base or the 3rd base or get a Doom drop. And one of the ways to do it is like dragging attention like this. This is a good move. You might say, oh, but look, you can normally just fly by the turret. I know. Who's so strong.
It is.
So he's trying to get position. He has some units on the 4 base that they're about to get jump in. Oh, we missed it.
Yeah, the Vikings come up. He's actually picking off a fair amount. His tank's doing all right as well. Oh, he runs into Percival's tanks, though, and has to back up.
Yeah, he's going to jump on the 3rd base if the servers could show up, I think. Oh, there's not even metal. He doesn't care, man. Yeah, with this
a lot of units are coming down for reinforcements, though. It feels to me like Percival is, like, I don't know what to call it, closing the position. Like, he's
going for 2-2, man.
He's kind of sieging up everywhere. He's going to be in, like, you're not going to break this.
I don't know. He might because of the upgrade. It's 2-2 against 1-1. Yeah, he's going to break
it. My god. Yeah, the tank siege a little bit late there as well, so he does indeed.
Yeah, and at the same time, he's killing all the Vikings on the top. Oh my god, he killed some of them. So this is not good, man. When you play against Airax, you cannot take damage like this, or you actually just get out. You can never kind of come back. You know, it's really hard.
Well, Percival trying to retake this 3rd base now. His setup's still pretty good at the 4th.
Yeah, he has a good defensive setup, the 4th. Now the problem is, as I said, like he's just gonna be aggressive all the time. You know, he's gonna drop, he's gonna try to kill you. And if he gets 1 more damage like this one, I think he just dies. So he needs to be insanely careful. And he's a big more reinforcement and a medevac drop to the natural. This is the beauty of the style, is that if you manage to pull it once, it just snowballs. So he's gonna try to break it against. It is not a good move. Oh no!
Oh god. Yeah, losing all of his Marines there. The siege tanks barely touched. His 4 medevacs are ready as well. There's only a single missile turret to block them.
And you have the natural drop as well. There's gonna be nothing there. Oh my god.
Yeah, just unloads on the turret here. He's going to get a lot of these SCVs, unfortunately, for Percival.
Okay, this was a pretty good defense here, actually. It was pretty good. There was a tank there.
Actually wastes all of it.
Yeah. I don't like this. This is good. If there was a scan, my god. Oh, he's gonna get away with it. He's looking so aggressive, man. I watched this and like, man, I could never play like this.
No. It's so gambly. Like, if someone just blocks it all.
Yeah.
I thought, actually, Percival was going to be able to block here when he brought up the 3 additional siege tanks, but ByuN busted it, and he is keeping that supply advantage. I don't think it's impossible for Percival to win this still, though, because, look, yeah, he's making Ravens, but actually I was looking at the Liberator, right? Because he has the air advantage.
Yeah.
You can just kind of creep forward with Liberators and push the tanks off, and then it's like, okay, well, we're producing a lot higher quality units against mass Marines and tanks.
Now, the only thing I'm scared is there's one more timing for ByuN to do something similar to what happened in their base is the 3-3 upgrade. Because the upgrades on Marines scale so much, so if you don't have a lot of tanks, you look at like stuff like this. It's still 2-2, but he's trading like, Marines against Marines, and since he's making like 16 at the time, he just needs to wear it down.
He actually just picked off the Raven there too before they died. Pretty sick targeting.
Okay, but the defense was pretty decent by Percival. He's making SCVs behind it, so I think he's kind of coming back. The only problem against the 3-3 he's not making, so he should really not move out. He should defend for a little bit while, you know?
Yeah, I like that ByuN is throwing down another command center down there at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's going to be base number 6. Definitely important for him to stay ahead in that regard.
Okay, so there's 3-3 against 2-2.
There's 6 medevacs being made by ByuN right now.
Oh my god. As long as he has a lot of tanks in a good position, he should be fine. Ah, my god, he caught him off siege, man. He's gonna get in.
Well, uses the armor shred, but he doesn't have enough Marines here.
Yeah, this is not good. The 3-3 upgrades so much. He got in siege, man. So unfortunate.
Yeah, Percival maybe taking it a little bit too quickly there. GG is called, and it is tied up 1-1.
Yeah, as I say, he had one more timing to do something similar. It was the 3-3 against 2-2. You have to be against this style. You have to be really careful with your tank. Because theoretically, if you defend well, you're ahead because you're just making Ravens and it's so much stronger.
Yeah.
But it looks weak. But if it snowballs or snowballs like this game, it's just very hard to deal with it, which it did. So yeah, that was unfortunate by Percival. So we won 1, man.
All right. What do you think so far? Who do you think is actually playing some better StarCraft? I know it's not your style, so it's like a little bit harder
but I don't know.
to judge.
I'm liking ByuN builds. I'm liking it a little bit more. But
yeah,
like
I like ByuN's openings a little bit more than Percival's, but I gotta say, like Percival's overall style, the fact that he's literally attacking with like less units into more units, but then multitasking at home behind it, I really like to see that. But yeah, it's kind of cool to see these two go at it. It's sad that one of them has to be eliminated.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree about the builds. Now, however, what I really like is when he managed to make a comeback in macro-wise in the last game. Like, he was behind macro-wise, barracks-wise, as we spoke. Is that he kind of threw his lead by doing that 2 medevac drop, losing the tank, and like a bunch of Marines for free. That's
yeah, that was certainly wasteful.
Just too much. How to say, like, he was too inexperienced, you know? Like, if he just waits a little longer, gets a bigger army, he just kind of rolls him over, or at least denies the 4 base for a long time, you know?
Yeah.
So he gave ByuN a really big chance there.
Well, I think that's somewhere that it's going to take Percival a long time to grow into, but definitely it can happen. Like you mentioned before, you can learn really quickly if you're a very aggressive player, but it's not like a full game that you have. You can be abused. Like, for instance, Percival, I look at him and I'm like, okay, this is a guy that can beat a lot of players, but if you put him against someone like a TY or a Maru, I would put all the money I have on those 2 players to beat him, you know, because he's lacking a little bit of that range that even if he gets an edge, these guys are going to be able to outplay him in these small areas where he doesn't know exactly when to pull back and when to sit back and how to defend correctly. Like, for instance, when he was defending against ByuN, the one thing that was coming to my mind, like you mentioned even the sensor tower on the main base, he was like, I appreciate it because the concept was correct. Like, sit back very defensively here so ByuN can't come back in that previous game. But it was almost too much defense.
It was too much. It was
Yeah.
too much. It was like
He could have been greedier than he was being.
yeah, and that's an experience thing. But also, since it's a tournament as well, he might be a little nervous because
Totally.
doesn't have that much experience as and he's young. He's what, like 20 years old? I'm not
He's pretty young. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm
exactly
not
the age.
exactly, but I know he's young. That's all I know. So
Mhm.
that just comes with experience, and some of us like me, we've been playing for what 15 years. So
At
it's like
least.
at least in my persona, I don't get nervous in tournaments anymore. But I could see why some newer players or players that hadn't been playing for so
Oh,
long
totally.
could get
He's-
nervous.
What is he on season 3, season 4 for himself?
Yeah,
Something like
exactly.
that. It's like very, very few, and
Yeah.
he's really kind of like. I mean, is there any player in Korea that the scene is more excited about coming up than Percival? Because like he's the guy that I hear the most about as far as rising Koreans, and really he's the only like completely new guy that's making a mark.
I guess the only other one would be Nightmare, but Nightmare didn't qualify. He's
He plays too much Heroes of the Storm, man. He's
oh, did those guys? I didn't even know that.
yeah, no, I like when he first qualified, he was the first that used Blink DTs in GSL, so I was very excited. So I like followed his stream and stuff. I was like watching him all the time.
Oh, really?
And then he just started playing Heroes of the Storm
Okay,
a
I
bunch, and I'm
actually
like,
had no
okay.
idea. But yeah, other than Percival, yeah, I guess he's the better one or the best one. That
All right, well, we are going to be getting into game number 3. Anyone's series, but I'm kind of getting the feeling that ByuN's experience is starting to show through here.
Yeah, for sure. I as I say, I didn't like when Percival was attacking like that recklessly, but since it worked in the way that ByuN just had poor macro behind it, but that can happen. It just can happen. It's just a mistake.
Sure.
But he got away with it. But also ByuN was, as you say, like he likes to attack a lot, so he's not that decisive how to defend properly and perfectly. That game he could have defended so much better than what he did.
Yeah.
And he would have been in a much better position. He didn't jump into the tanks fast enough, but it's okay. He still ended up with the W, so
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
that's what matters.
In a tournament setting, yes.
Take the W.
But for long term, it's like, ooh, we got to
Yeah.
fix that.
Yeah, take W and never look back.
Yes. That's what parting does. All right. So, third set, going to be on 2,000 atmospheres, 1-1. Game is loading. Let's do it.
GSL Season 3, Korea. Shopify Rebellion, ByuN.
Oh, he's proxy, man.
All right.
Okay. He's a proxy to Rush Reaper, man. On this map.
Well, we've kind of had some wonky openers, right? That you were saying could be weak to some builds like these, but
Yeah, but no, he's not going gas first. He's going now, unless he goes one rack to span. That would be the worst build he can do against this, obviously. But let's see. The second gas is gonna go up by ByuN. Okay, he's going one base, so he has the best opening against this, basically. Doesn't mean you cannot win with 2 racks. You know.
no, totally.
I play Mario enough times to know
That's for
you
sure.
can still die. So don't count him out. Now the best super insane scenario is if ByuN is CB Scout, which he hasn't been done in the series. So maybe this is why it could work. Maybe he knows how he's, because some people send the Reaper across the map, some people scout for proxies, some people don't really scout. So it depends player to player. So we'll see what he does with his first Reaper. That's key moment. Since he didn't scout, he would have scouted by now already. So okay.
First Reaper. It's rallied back into his minerals at the
Yeah.
moment. That doesn't mean it's going to stay that way, but
He's in the CB as well. Yeah. Okay, so it's also not a super committed version because there's some people that like okay, I'm gonna send the 2 SCVs with the Reapers and hope I kill you, otherwise I lose the game.
yeah.
That happens, and he gets you sometimes. And those are the most triggering losers ever.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, so the Reaper seems to be. Oh, he's making a reactor. It's not good, man.
No, it's not. His factory halfway
Oh,
done.
he's gonna scout it
Seeing
up.
the SCV. Okay, he turns around in time. He cancels
Yeah,
immediately.
you need to
Starts
cancel.
a Marine.
Yeah, that's the right play. Okay, if he didn't scout it like this, it would have been so bad. But this is scouted, it's not that bad. This is the and I like the deep man. It was.
Yeah. Look at this. The SCV's coming to catch these Reapers as well.
Oh,
Okay, nice grenades. Nice grenades.
that was pretty nice.
Percival's microing pretty well. Ooh, he takes a lot of damage.
Ah.
Loses one of the Reapers. Terrible moment for Percival.
No. I don't like this type, by the way, but it can work. Normally, I'm a fan of making your CC use before the starport because it delays. Sometimes after 2 Rush Reaper, even if you don't kill that much, if your starport is, if your CC is later, you kind of can fall behind. But I guess he's gonna do since he's still making like Marine and Hellion, he's playing it very safe behind it. You know, he's like respecting it a lot, which is the right move since Mr. Percival is still making 1,000,000 Reapers.
Still looking for that damage.
Yeah.
All right, looks like he's going to try to come up the ramp. Of course, ByuN sees this. Dodges those grenades easily. Second Hellion is out.
Medevac or okay, Medevac. So he's gonna do push. Sometimes you can. TY used to do
Proxy Liberator.
No, you make like a really fast Raven, and then you have like a really strong 2 Raven timing. That's the only time I used to do this.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, but he's going Medevac, so this is like what for someone like Time likes to do, for example. He really likes stuff like this.
Okay.
And since Time and ByuN are like really good friends, maybe they got it from there. I'm not sure.
Yeah, definitely a possibility.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 out.
Yeah, he's
Has
gonna
that Medevac.
Okay, this is huge. Oh, this is very bad.
He catches him. This is terrible
is
for
awful.
Percival. He's just losing everything.
Yeah, there's no Cyclone.
Oh, man.
If you look at his face, he's kind of...
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Okay, well, ByuN just shuts that down.
yeah. He goes... As I said, it depends a lot what you do with your first Reaper.
Well, it was a great reaction, too. He saw the SCV, saw the Reaper
Yeah.
come up, insta-turnaround, insta-cancel, insta-blocking Depot, and Marine.
Good, very good defense.
Yeah.
Normally, I don't like the starport, but it can work, obviously. It's not a bad move. It's just...
It's
personal.
interesting, yeah, with the it's just for the counter pressure, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I personally, it's not my style, but it works. Like, I died to it before. It can work. It's not a bad thing. It's just a personal thing.
Sure. All right, set 4 is going to be on Oxide. Let's see if Percival can fight back and not start a trend of losing to ByuN and GSL.
Well, ByuN is a good player, man. It's not an easy match.
Well, that would be like if he starts, you know, sometimes it gets in your head if you lose the same player over and over.
True.
And here's the problem too. ByuN has done his military service. He's not going anywhere. So that's something you have to get over eventually.
That is true.
All right, let's do it. Game number 4.
GSL Season 3, Code. Shopify Rebellion, ByuN. Team NV, Percival.
We have the gas first from ByuN again.
Oh yeah, we do. I didn't even pay attention. My eyes are not good, I guess.
Oh, we cast on tiny monitors.
That's also true.
That's,
So it's a little hard, but I can tell you by the timing of the barrack. But yeah, gas first again by ByuN. Seems he really likes it. I mean, it's not impossible to play. It just it fell out of the meta, you know. Especially when you go gas first, you're a little less rich on minerals. Even with walling, you're even more less minerals. So that's why it kind of also fell out.
well, he just laid waste to the proxy 2-Rax Reaper, right? So the like odds of Percival pulling that out 2 games in a row when he lost is like I would say very close to 0.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, it's not like it's impossible to defend, but this is just worse. Okay, and then Percival is just playing safe, like he's going to gas into a CB Scout. Same thing to game 1. He did that in Light Shade as well. So again, remember he's a young player. Maybe he can't tell the difference about gas first, and because gas first he just fell out of the meta. You know, maybe he was not playing that well back then. Oh, but he's gonna get in. But I think he's gonna be confused.
Yeah.
I don't think the SCB can see the factory.
Why
right?
did he turn around there?
Used to go home. I mean, he can scout anything, right? Just go mine fast.
No. I mean, like he was going up the ramp at the same time as the counter SCV. I felt like he might have been able to get there.
Yeah, but I don't think he wants to switch that your SCV. You just don't want to lose it.
Sure.
Because technically he should know. Maybe he knows. He probably knows. Like he should know. But he's a newer player, as you say, so maybe he can get off guard.
Well, it's already happened to him once today.
Yeah.
So I think he's more keen on the possibilities of it as well.
Oh, he's jumping like he's so greedy, man. He's gonna lose it? He's so greedy. This move is so greedy. Oh, nice grenade though. He gets away. That's a nice grenade. Nice micro right there. Okay, so it's 2 Reapers, 1 Helion by Percival into Reactor and Tech Lab.
Oh, he catches him anyways.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
could have traded,
Yeah.
but decides not to. I like it. Backing up.
Maybe the reason he didn't trade is because he has something special prepared.
Well, ByuN is making a mine.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. He also either make a Helion Percival is. So he actually,
Yeah.
if he lost that Reaper, he would have lost the game immediately. But since he didn't die, it's okay. Okay, so
What do you think about the mine here?
I think what we're gonna see is a medevac. Pretty sure. I don't know. Or it's just very defensive.
Well, I've seen Terran players occasionally make that mine, and it just like kills like the Hellion that comes up the
Yeah.
ramp, basically.
If you're lucky, you kill the what's the name? The Cyclone. You're very happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tank drop. So this is just an insanely fast tank drop. Like normally it's a little slower because you go para gas. But since he went gas first, look at the starport timing. Like for Percival, it's not even done. So it's just faster. But economically wise, it's just worse. Like look, he's 2 workers behind. Orbital is gonna be behind. But you know, it's maybe he really likes the pressure really fast. We'll see.
Well, that's ByuN's style, right?
Yeah.
Bringing the mine along as well.
Yeah. Now tank drop on this map is really strong because that little ledge that you have, you can hit basically the rally point, and you can hit the barrack and the reactor. So I'm pretty sure that's where he's going because normally when I play against him, that's where he goes.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. He's gonna have position as well, putting the mine in the low ground with the Helion and the Reaper. So he's getting all the position that he wants. Look at the mine, already power.
All right, well placed.
There it goes. Yeah. There's no Raven out for Percival. Now he just came out.
Yeah, the first one joining. Okay, the 2 Reapers and Hellion are going to come up the ramp now into the natural. Tank getting some decent damage.
Nice micro so far.
Yeah, some really constant micro.
Oh, the
ByuN.
tank. He's gonna trade tank for tank.
Oh,
he got it.
well, turns out to be a trade, and he actually loses the medevac there to the Cyclone.
Okay, then I don't like it anymore.
Yeah, that seems to have come out ahead for Percival.
Yeah, for sure.
Who remains 2 SCVs ahead.
And also taking mine, he has a Raven faster, so yeah. So Percival dealt with it pretty well. Yeah, sure, he lost a tank, but he killed a tank and a medevac. So when you kill 2 gas units,
Yeah,
you're more happy than when you kill only 1.
totally.
But the follow-up for ByuN, what is he gonna be? Look, he's still rallying across the map. He really he loves to be so aggressive, man. It's crazy.
Well, you gotta actually like start early to get aggressive in this matchup between these 2, right?
Yeah. So
We saw Percival actually gain some advantages from that even when he was behind. So we'll see if ByuN can really do the same. But it seems like Percival, like, look, he's already got his 2 Ravens out. The first Raven just popped for ByuN. He's got his tank in siege mode. He's got like a nice spread. I feel like I don't think Percival's going to take any damage coming up.
Okay, so see if I can see from the minimap, is he only made one Raven into swap into to make Vikings. So he's always gonna be behind on Raven count. So that's not good. But since he lost already a starport unit as well, he's just behind the starport units all the time. Now, however, this position can be tricky for if he's not looking, you know? There's still a lot of units, so he needs to use well the turrets.
Actually targets down that auto turret immediately. Another one comes down. They fight a little bit there, but some good damage put out from Percival. ByuN has to back up.
This is starting to look a little bit bad for Percival, but it's still like, it's not terrible because he's still in his side of the map, you know? And the Raven didn't die, at least. He lost a tank, I guess, but it's still not a... Oh, he killed a Viking right there. Oh no, that was the Raven.
Oh, beautiful. Look at this. Pushes him back with that siege.
That was a Raven, right? He killed a Raven right there.
Oh, he must have.
He had 2, now
ByuN's
he had 1.
Raven's gone.
Yeah.
And yeah, Percival lost 1 as well.
Crazy. Okay, wait. We missed it? Or he has 2 starports. He's making 3 Vikings at a time. That's why he got an odd... I was looking, he got an odd number of Vikings. He has 3 starports, so he's gonna...
I feel like I haven't seen 2 starport this early.
You only do it when you're in a really good position and you want to push, which he is in a good position. He was in a good position and wants to push. So this is the right moment to pull it off. Maru likes to do this sometimes. And since the teammates, maybe, you know?
Yeah, could be.
Oh.
Right, targets that down immediately, loses the Raven, but the Raven goes down on the other side as well. ByuN actually with that Viking advantage. Scans on both sides here. But ByuN should have the air dominance still slightly. Nope, a couple more Vikings coming up. Percival is going to take that over, but 4 siege tanks here for ByuN.
The tank position was beautiful for ByuN. Beautiful. He didn't have the tank position. he'll be so dead because he's gonna always be behind on Viking now because of the 2-star. Now this is not the end of the world for Percival because he's still macroing behind it. As long as he... Okay, he's trying to break it. I don't know. Is it gonna work? He's landing the Vikings. He kills one tank. But it was good. Good move back then. Good. With the SCVs repairing.
Spreads his own Vikings out there. Does clear the tanks. Can bring his third CC back now.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm curious what is Percival gonna do because with this push, your third CC is used later because you made a second star pro, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like he was a little careless the way he pushed. You know?
Yeah.
And ByuN had a really nice spread of the 4 tanks, kind of just shooting everything.
Yeah. Well, he should have taken a little bit more time, right? Because you can just slow push it with the air dominance.
Yeah, you at some point you can make 1 Liberator, you know, because you're just gonna have more.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was
definitely
just
a bit of a mistake.
No, a big mistake actually. Not a little one. Quite a big one.
A gigantic, massive, huge mistake here.
Yeah, look at the supply. It's like it's starting to build for ByuN. It's not impossible to win, but you're just behind. Okay. You gonna go?
ByuN is actually down in Vikings here, but he does have that siege tank advantage, does the scan, nails one of the tanks immediately.
If he's low push, I think he'll kill him, but I don't think he will. Okay. He's just gonna play safe.
I think it's a little bit hard too, because still he doesn't have enough stuff that shoots air.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need anything because look at the army for Percival. Like, literally, you can slow a push, but he doesn't have the full vision as we do.
Yeah.
So this is also an fine play. Like he just needs to take it slow, you know, which is not his style. But I think even if he's low pushes, he can break him. Look, his army is nothing.
Combat shield's finishing up here on both sides. Big siege here. Nice spread.
Okay, he's low pushing there. One tank that. Yeah, he's gonna drop it. Beautiful move. Beautiful move.
Yeah, I think Percival in some big trouble now. Forces the unsiege. Only 1 tank there left over. More Marines coming down and stimming. There's just no units here to help out with that tank.
Yeah.
SCV's coming to fight, but this is going to be a ByuN victory.
Impressive. It was very, very well done. After the start of the tank drop, I didn't think it would be like this, but I think Percival really was not patient enough in the way he pushed, and he's getting cut over really badly.
Yeah. Well, a little bit too aggressive for sure.
Yeah.
GG, and ByuN going to advance with a 3-1 over Percival. Super happy with himself.
Look at him!
Wow.
Yes!
There's that emotion that we all love about ByuN so much.
Look at him, so happy. I wish I could get this happen.
I know. I wish I wasn't dead inside. No, ByuN though, showing that passion there, knocking Percival out. Percival not going to be able to play in Code S this season. Sadly. But honestly, the thing is with Percival, I'm quite certain he's just going to be a mainstay. We're going to see him in Code A or Code S basically until it's military time for him, you know?
Yeah.
Which is a long ways off, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's young. He also has the advantage as he is on a team with like the best terrain basically, in my opinion, Maro.
Yeah, and another thing I want to mention about Percival is you can see so many places he can improve, which is like very exciting because some players it's not like that where you're like, oh, I'm not sure, it's kind of hard. Okay, Andy, take away.
Okay, ByuN of Shopify Rebellion defeats Percival and he moves on to the Codex. Congratulations. Thank you.
자, 먼저
First of
변현
all,
선수 축하드리면서
ByuN,
2연속
congratulations.
16강입니다.
And this is your second consecutive round of 16. How do you feel?
일단 오늘 진짜 너무 제가 항상 테란전에 자신이 없어가지고
I've never had the confidence in the TBT
오늘도 되게
matchup,
걱정하면서
so I was
왔어요.
really worried
네,
coming here.
그 팬분들은 아마 오늘 퍼시벌 정지영 선수를 조금 신인이라 그런지 낮게 보는
And all my
경향이
fans, you know,
있더라고요.
tend to look
근데
down on
제가
Percival because he's a rookie
생각하기에는
player.
지금
But you know,
이신영
I
선수가
think
군대를 갔잖아요.
now that innovation has gone to the army,
테란전만큼은 지금 이신영 선수의 자리를
I think Percival is almost as good as innovation in the
그
TBT.
정도예요?
네, 그
Really
정도로
that
제가
much?
부담이 있었는데
Yes, definitely.
제가 경기 준비를 진짜 열심히
So I had a lot of pressure today,
정재영 선수한테 맞춰서 열심히
and I
했는데
prepared really hard for this match
팩트로
today.
성공해가지고 이렇게 결과가 좋았.
And in the end, having good result against him, I'm really
와,
happy.
저희 정재영 선수를 이신영 선수
Wow,
급으로
comparing
이렇게
Percival
평가한다는
to
점에서
innovation.
굉장히 사실 놀랐는데요. 일단 이야기를 해볼게요.
Alright,
오늘
let's talk about it.
역전하는 그림이 나왔어요.
Today you did make a comeback in this best of 5.
역전을 해내셨는데 오늘도 이 1세트 그 해명 좀 해주시죠.
Okay, let's talk about the game 1.
제가 말했듯이 맵팩급으로 준비를 해서 제가 생각한 그대로
In game
사이즈가
1,
나왔어요.
you know, things were going according to my plan.
탱크 드랍까지 예상을 했어야 되는데
I
제가
should have anticipated the tank drop, siege tank drop, but I didn't.
그거 지고 나서 진짜
And that was my downfall for sure
힘들겠다
in
했는데
the first game. And I thought the games,
그래도
remaining games would be really hard for me. But you know, I try to keep my poise,
있는 게 조금 많이 도움이
and I
되는
think
것
my
같아요.
mental therapy is really helping me right
이후에
now.
정신 차렸다. 네, 말씀대로 잘 풀렸습니다.
That's right. As you say, the remaining games were good for you.
해병을 앞세워서 과감하게 돌파했던
You're able to gain the win by the aggressive usage of the Marines.
보여주셨죠. 자, 마지막 4세트
And you had the better micro overall.
상대는 제공권에 중심을 두고 있었는데 지상 화력으로 밀었어요.
In Oxide, you overpowered the enemy with the land units.
어떻게 평가하시겠어요?
So how do you rate the TVT
일단
today?
제가 인정하는 테란 대 테란 강자를 그래도 물리쳤기 때문에
Well, I admit Percival as one of the best
아직
TVT
구급한 그
player,
조성주 선수 같은
but he's not really at the level of Maru
부족한 게 맞아요.
in terms of
아마
using
지금
Ravens.
태양이나 신영님이 와서 지금 해도 저한테는 이길 거예요. 그
I think
정도로
TY
아직 많이
and
부족한데
Innovation, if they come back right now, they can easily beat me.
3병형, 5병형 상태에서의 해병 탱크 싸움은 그래도 뭐 전성기 뒤지지 않는다고 생각해요.
I feel like right now my Marine tank control is almost as good as my prime time.
하면서
So I really focused that. I really focused on that in my preparation.
오늘은 좀 안 나왔지만
I couldn't show everything today, all of my performance today, but you know, I'm pretty satisfied.
네, 해병 전차 돌파하실 때 모습은 정말 전성기
Yes,
시절
it was really
생각나는
good to
그런
see you
모습이었는데요.
using the
자,
Marines
오늘
and
경기
tanks so well.
리뷰까지 해봤고요. 그 외 이야기도 나눠보겠습니다. 어느덧 올해 마지막 GSL이잖아요.
This is the last GSL season of the year, ByuN. So how do you want to spend this season?
3경기, 2경기 끝나고 이제 쉬는 시간을
Well, after the second
요청했는데
game, I requested for a break.
할 때도 손이 마비가 왔어요.
You know,
근데
even
워낙 유리한 경기였어가지고
on the
이게
stage
티가 안
today,
났을
my
뿐이지.
wrist hurted.
그래서
I had the
분명히
pain.
화장실 가서 도저히 안 멈춰져가지고
So I went to the toilet and my hand kept
손을
shaking.
한번 씻으니까 찬물로
But after washing my
훨씬
hand with
나았더라고요.
cold
그래서
water,
한 경기 때
you know, that was a big
전혀
relief
흔들림
for me.
없이 해서
And I was able to play the
좋은
remaining
경기력이
games
나왔는데
with a better condition.
16강도 이렇게 손들림 없이
So hopefully in the round 16,
이렇게 좋은
I will
경기력이
have less,
나오면은 차근차근 하다 보면은
of this,
16강이
symptom.
아니라 8강, 4강
and carry that momentum onto the round of 8 and round of 4.
하고
That's what I
아무래도
expect.
제가 시즌 1, 시즌 2 성적을 좀 많이 못 냈기 때문에
And season 1, season 2 of the year, I wasn't able to put up a satisfactory result.
네.
So this
조지명식
season,
얘기도 해보겠습니다.
I have
바로
high
다음 주
expectations.
조지명식이잖아요. 지난 시즌 조지명식 때 이병렬 선수가
In the last group nomination,
를 만들 때 그 테란 중에 한 명에 대해서
Rogue
경기를
actually
하셨거든요.
made
이번
Group
시즌
A into a three-turn group,
조지명식
and you were one of them.
있으세요?
So what do you expect for this group
제가
nomination?
항상 조지명식 때 말했듯이
As I always say in
많이
group nomination,
고려했는데
I tend to
제가
focus on the
A조
schedule
한번 들어가
more.
보니까 빨리 하는 것도 좀
Having been in Group
괜찮더라고요.
A,
네.
you know, I think playing earlier is not actually that bad.
떨어져서 조금 아쉬웠지만
I did get eliminated, but if I had won,
준비 기간이 더
I think I would have more
길어지는
preparation
거니까.
time for the
그래서
remaining
저는
remaining matches.
A조에 들어가도 상관없고
So I don't care if I go into Group A.
상관없어서
I don't care if I go into Group B.
아무 데서나 뽑아주시면 제가 또 알아서
So I'll just
잘
gladly go into any group.
네, A조나 B조를 원한다 이런
So ByuN saying he
말씀이신데요.
wants to go to Group A or Group B.
마지막 한마디
Okay.
해주시죠.
So anything you want to say before you go?
네, 지난번에도 또 16강에서 오랜만에 올라갔는데
I did make it to the round of 16 this season, and last time I wasn't able to show good performance.
오늘도 저번 16강도 그렇고 이번 16강도 그렇고 퍼즈는 많이 줄이고 있고
I'm trying to reduce the number of pauses I make.
차차
in the games.
좋아지는 것 같기도 하고
I think my wrist is getting better
오늘
slowly,
경기력에서도 그게 나온 것 같아서
and I think that was
많이 걱정 안
shown in
하시고
my performance today.
기다려
So I hope my fans
주셨으면
keep
이번에
having high
정말
expectations of
열심히
me.
연습해서
I'll try to deliver better
16강도
performance in the next
한번
games,
돌파해 보도록 하겠습니다.
and I'll try to
그리고
make it to the round of 8 as
연습
well.
도와주신 많은 테란 분들께 너무 감사드리고
Also thanks to all the script
무신양면으로
partners, all the Terran
지원해주신
players,
쇼피파이 리벨리온
and also thanks to my team,
매우
Shopify
감사합니다.
Rebellion.
알겠습니다. 변현우
Alright.
선수 긍정적인 회복
ByuN,
기대하면서 다시 한번
Congratulations on the win today.
감사합니다.
Thank you.
네, 이렇게 두 번째 16강 진출자 변현우
All
선수
right, thank you,
만나봤고요. 계속해서
Andy, for the
GSL
translation.
이벤트 안내.
Some very interesting
The statements, man.
statements there. Yeah, like Percival is as good as Innovation TVT. Would you agree with that?
I'm not sure about that, to be honest. I
No?
think that's a little bit of self-ego
Well, it's
boost.
funny. Well, he said he's as good as Innovation at TVT, but then he also said Innovation would come back and
And
beat
beat
him. But he beat Percival.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know what is the circle, man.
Okay, guys, we're going to jump to a quick commercial break while we figure that out.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
TBC coming up next.